Hello students, welcome Utsahi students. We are going to launch batch Utsah for the competitive examinations. In this continuation, we are going to start the topic polynomial. Let me do one activity to make a tea. If you have to make the tea, then what are the contents you need? Okay, अगर आपको एक टी बनानी है तो कौन कौन से कंटेंट्स आपको चाहिए? फर्स्ट वाटर, tea, sugar and then milk. In same manner, formation of the polynomial, what are the material, what are the contents, what are the matter, what are the objects do you need? Okay, let's first constant, second variable with consecutive power, first constant, second variable and third operation, addition or subtraction or both. One of two operations are addition or subtraction or both. Okay, so let me start. If a0, a1, a2 and so on an, these are the constants. x to the power 0, x to the power 1, x to the power 2 and so on x to the power n. These are the variables with consecutive power, x to the power 0, x to the power 1, x to the power 2, x to the power 3 and so on. Okay, and there are two operations we are going to use, either plus or minus or both. Okay, so now we combined all things in the same proper manner. Okay, so a0 plus a1 x to the power 1 plus a2 x to the power 2 plus a3 x to the power 3 and so on plus an x to the power n. This is named as px. Px means expression. Expression means algebraic expression. What? Algebraic expression, because this is the part of algebra. Okay, now also we can write this an x to the power n plus an minus 1 x to the power n minus 1 plus an minus 2 x to the power n minus 2 and so on plus a0. What is the difference between both statements? Just watch and observe. This expression is ascending order as power. This expression is in descending order as a power. Okay, so this is the general form of the polynomial. So let me define about the polynomial. Okay, so now the polynomial an algebraic expression in the combination of constant and variables with operation, addition or subtraction or both. Either you can use addition or subtraction or both. Okay, now let us discuss about what is px. Px is the expression name of the polynomial. We can write as px, qx, rx, gx, fx and so on. You can name anything. Okay, a0, a1, a2, a3, these are the constant. Earlier I have discussed. Okay, x0, x to the power 1, x to the power 2 and so on. So just observe the power of the variables. Here this is a0. A0 means if we want to write in the term of variable, so we can write a0 x to the power 0, a1 x to the power 1, a2 x to the power 2. So the power should be in whole number or positive integer including with 0. Okay, so where a0, a1, a2, a3 and so on an, these are the constant. Px is the name or notations of polynomial. Okay. N is the maximum power of variable. N is the maximum power of variable. Okay, equal to degree of the polynomial. Degree of polynomial. Okay, so the one definition of the degree is the maximum power of the variable in polynomial is called the degree of the polynomial. Okay, for example, gx equals to x cube 3x square minus 4 upon x plus 9. Fx equals to x cube plus root 3x square minus 6x plus 9. Hx equals to x cube plus 3 root x plus 3. Now let us discuss about the polynomial. Which is the polynomial? Gx is Gx the polynomial, is fx polynomial, is hx polynomial. So let we observe about the definition. According to definition, the power should be in positive integer or whole number. Okay, here x to the power 3 it is positive integer, x to the power 2 it is positive integer, but here is the third term. In third term the power of the variable is in negative integer, so this is not a polynomial. Okay, now next, fx equals to x cube plus root 3x square minus 6x plus 9. Here root 3 is the real number. Root 3 is the real number. The constant must be real number to be a polynomial. So root 3 is a real number. So it is valid. Okay, the power of the variable x to the power 3 it is also a positive integer, x to the power 2 it is also positive integer, x to the power 1 is a positive integer, and x to the power 0 is a positive integer. Okay, now remember one thing, you have to write the all terms either in ascending order of the power or in descending order of the power. In one of them you can use in same manner. Okay, if px equal to x cube plus 6x square 3 root x plus 4, is px polynomial? Let us see here. Positive integer. Now here the third term, the power of x is in non-integer, but to be a polynomial the power of the variable must be a positive integer and positive in both. Okay, so this is not a polynomial. Now the classification of the polynomial. पॉलिनोमियल को हम कितने पार्ट में उसको क्लासिफाई कर सकते हैं. ओके, So there are two bases to classify the polynomial. First, on the basis of number of terms, okay. Second, on the basis of power or degree, okay. Let we draw the diagram. On the basis of number of terms, second, on the basis of degree, n, okay. Only one term, it is monomial. It is monomial. If the polynomial has only one term, it is called the monomial, okay. Now two term, either ax plus b, ax plus b, this is binomial. Now three term, this is trinomial. For example, ax square plus bx plus c, first, second and third, there are three terms in this polynomial, that's why this is trinomial, okay. Now four term, this is tetranomial. And so if there are five terms, it is pentanomial. There are six terms, it is hexanomial, okay. So now next, on the basis of degree, if n equal to 0, n equal to 0, this is called constant polynomial. Constant polynomial. For example, px equals to a only. Second, n equals to 1, it is called linear polynomial. For example, px equals to ax plus b, its power of the variable, its maximum power of the variable must be 1. So this third, n equals to 2, this is called the quadratic polynomial. Quadratic polynomial. For example, now ax square plus bx plus c, okay. Same way, n equals to 3, this is called cubic polynomial, okay. For example, px equals to ax cube bx square plus or minus maybe cx plus d. So let me combine the both basis number of terms and the degree. If there are a cubic polynomials, then the number of terms must be 4 or less. Must be 4 or less. या तो number of terms 4 हो सकते हैं या less भी हो सकता है, but the degree इसकी होनी चाहिए 3. Because of the degree 3, it is called the cubic polynomial, okay. Next, if degree is 4, then we can say the polynomial of degree 4. The polynomial of degree 4, okay. Now let we discuss about the small things but very important things. If px equals to x cube minus 4x square plus 3x plus 9. Now the coefficient of each power of the variable. So the coefficient of x cube, the coefficient of x cube here, which term is the neighborhood of x cube? Okay, it is 1. Okay, the coefficient of x cube is 1. The coefficient of x square is minus 4. Which sign you have to take? Which sign? Now the coefficient of x plus 3 and the coefficient of x to the power 0 are constant term is equal to 9. Okay, there are simple things, but this is very important to understand the polynomials. Now, graphical representation. So, to be considered a graphical representation, let us discuss about the zeros. So, what is the zeros of the polynomial? What is the zeros of the polynomial? So, the simple things, the value of the variable at which the polynomials become 0. The value of variable at which the polynomial become 0. At which the polynomial become 0. वेरिएबल की ऐसी वैल्यूज जो पॉलिनोमियल को जीरो करती है, दैट इज कॉल्ड जीरोज ऑफ द पॉलिनोमियल. फॉर एग्जांपल, if px equals to x minus 3, if we put x equal to 3, then p3 equal to 3 minus 3 equals to 0. So x equal to 3 is the zero of polynomial px equal to x minus 3. Okay, so the dependency of the zeros on degree of the polynomial. Okay, suppose that if there are degree 2, then there will be 2 zeros. If degree 3, there will be 3 zeros. Okay, graphical representation. This is the line parallel to x-axis. This is the line just intersecting the x-axis. This is y-axis, x-axis, second graph, third graph, y, x. X-axis and y-axis, and the last Now watch and observe these diagrams of the given curve or straight line. Okay. We have to concentrate the x-axis. We have to concentrate x-axis. How? This line is parallel to x-axis. So I would like to ask a question: at which point line intersect to the x-axis? So there is no any point. There is no any point. This line intersect to x-axis. So there is no any zeros. There is no any zeros of this polynomial. Okay. Now second line. Second line is not parallel to x-axis, while it is intersecting to the x-axis. It is intersecting to the x-axis at only one points. So there is only one zeros, and I think which type the polynomial is considered? किस टाइप का पॉलिनोमियल होगा जिसके सिंगल जीरो होते हैं? लीनियर पॉलिनोमियल. दैट्स व्हाई इट इज द रिप्रेजेंटेड बाय द स्ट्रेट लाइन. ओके. नाउ there are 2 points. This curve intersect to x-axis at 2 points. So there are 2 zeros. There are 2 zeros, and this is the called quadratic polynomial. This is called quadratic polynomial. Now fourth. This curve do not intersect to x-axis. Do not intersect to x-axis. So there is no zeros. In spite of that, it is a curve. कर्व होने के बाद भी ये एक्स एक्सिस को इंटरसेक्ट नहीं कर रहा है, इसलिए कोई भी जीरो नहीं होगा. नाउ नेक्स्ट फिफ्थ, सिक्स्थ, सेवेंथ एंड एट्थ. ओके. नाउ कम टू फिफ्थ. दिस इज द कर्व. दिस कर्व इंटरसेक्टिंग एट 4 पॉइंट्स. सो देयर आर 4 zeros. There are 4 zeros. So which type of the polynomial is considered? The polynomial of degree 4. Okay, thank you. Okay, next. This curve intersecting at 2 points. This is also called quadratic polynomial. So there are 2 zeros here. There is no any intersecting point. So there is no any zeros, and there is no any zeros. Is that clear? Okay. So the main principle of the zeros regarding the curve: if the curve or straight line intersect to x-axis, then there is a condition for the zeros. Okay. If no any intersecting point of the curve and straight line, so there will be no any zeros. Okay. Now operations in polynomial. So tell me, how many operations in mathematics do you use? There are 4 operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Okay. So in the same way, there are 4 operations will be performed regarding the polynomials: addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Okay. If px and qx are 2 polynomials, then first addition, px plus qx. Second, subtractions, px minus qx. It will perform. Third, multiplication, px into qx. Now fourth, division, px divided by qx. And here there is a necessary condition for the division of the polynomials. the degree of the polynomial situated at numerator must be greater or equal to the degree of the polynomial situated in denominator. The degree of the polynomial situated in numerator is greater or equal to the degree of the polynomial situated in denominator. Okay, if it is not, there is no possibility for the division. Now come to the quadratic polynomials. Quadratic polynomial. The general form is ax equals to ax square plus bx plus c. Now what is a? A is the coefficient of x square. What is b? B is the coefficient of x. What is c? C is the constant term. C is the constant term. Now the remark. The graph of quadratic polynomial is as parabolic. Parabolic, either this shape or this shape. Okay, this curve is called the parabolic curve. Okay, if a greater than 0 means positive, then the graph will be upward. The parabolic direction will be upward toward the positive y-axis. Okay, if a less than 0 means negative, the graph of the parabola graph of the parabola, or the direction of the parabolic graph towards downward to the negative direction of the y-axis. Okay, is that clear? So the summary of the polynomials regarding the 0. First, if line is parallel to x-axis, then there is no any 0 exist. Okay, second point. Number of zeros equal to the number of intersecting point of the curve to the x-axis. Third, parabolic curve intersect at 2 points in x-axis, then there will be 2 zeros. There will be 2 zeros. Okay. So these are the key points regarding 0 of the polynomials. Now, in quadratic polynomial, ax square plus bx plus c. Says because of the degree 2, there are 2 zeros. We can take alpha or beta as zeros of the quadratic polynomial, And also there will be two conditions regarding the zeros. Regarding the zeros with the coefficient of variables. Okay. Since degree is 2, so there are two zeros, say alpha and beta, and two condition also. First, given polynomial is ax square plus bx plus c, okay, and alpha beta are the zeros of the polynomial, okay, and there are two zeros and two conditions. First, sum of zeros means alpha plus beta. This is equal to minus b upon a. And what is b? The coefficient of x square. Sorry, coefficient of x. And what is a? The coefficient of x square. The first relation should be in negative, second will be in positive. If there are third, then this will be also a negative. Means there are the alternative signs in the sum of zeros and product of zeros. If there are third zeros, then will be next conditions. So alpha plus beta equal to b minus b upon a, the coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x square. Second, product of the zeros, alpha into beta, c upon n. Now what is c of the polynomial? C the constant term divided by same as above, coefficient of x square. So the most important topic for the board classes in 10th classes, to verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient. To verify the relationship between the zeros and coefficient. Okay. So how you verify verification relationship between the zeros and the coefficient. Okay. So let me take one example. Px equals to x square plus 5x plus 6. Okay. First you find the zeros of the polynomial. So there is only one method to find the zeros of the polynomial. Factorization method in quadratic polynomial. Factorization method. Okay. Splitting of the middle term. So just factorize 6 in two parts such that its multiplication must be equal to the constant term and its addition or subtraction must be the coefficient of x. So 6 equal to 2 into 3, 6 equal to 6 into 1. Okay, if all terms are in same sign, so you take 2 and 3. Okay, now x square plus 2x plus 3x plus 6. Take out the common from both first two term. X plus 2 from here, x plus 2. Okay, now take out the common x plus 2 in both term. So x plus 2, x plus 3. This is the value of px. To be a 0, x plus 2 equal to 0. So x equal to minus 2 and x plus 3 equal to 0, x equal to minus 3. So there are two zeros, minus 2 and minus 3. Now come to the relationship. Sum of zeros, alpha plus beta minus b upon a. And what is here? What is a? A equals to 1, b equals to 5 and c equals to 6. Okay, so minus b upon a means minus 5 upon 1, and just add the both zeros as both zeros. Minus 2 minus 3 equals to minus 5. So this minus 5 is equal to this minus 5. The first condition is approved. Now the product alpha into beta, this c upon a, c upon, what is c? C is 6. 6 divided by 1 equal to 6. Now the product of the zeros, minus 2 into minus 3, this equal to 6, and is 6 is equal to this 6. Hence the relationship is verified. Okay, so this is last of this topic. Okay, we will continue in the remaining topic next slide. Okay, thank you for watching. Thank you very much.